Hey everybody, it's Bob Cruddy. I'm back with the Trump People's Grassroots Campaign. I made a promise to you that I would not stop speaking up. I would not stop shutting up as long as I could. And I'm going to keep that promise. Because what's come down the information hole that I always am around of people sending me things is unbelievable. And I want to draw it to your attention. I think it's beginning. I think it's all beginning. And if you have a decision to make, and the decision peacefully, what you have to make the decision is that you're not going to put up with it. You're not going to stand back and do nothing, because what's coming and what they're doing is outrageous. Something's happened over the weekend, something weird and wacky, and I'm going to speak up, and I hope you do too, while we still can. It's concerning to me. I want to play this for you, and I'm going to stop it, and then I'm going to come right back to the main point, and this will be a short video.
Greater salaries.
We believe that the price of a human life,
listen to what they're saying,
the price of a salary and my check, they're not equivalent in any way, shape, or form.
In California, where the state supports masking up in schools, a superintendent says one of her teachers ended up in a hospital after a parent attacked during an argument over masks.
And we just don't know from day to day what is going to happen next.
Schools and families now caught.
Listen to this.
It should not be a choice between education and our son's life. That's not acceptable.
This should not be a choice between education and my son's life. This is unacceptable. That's what she just said. That's not the point of this video, by the way. Is she insane? She has her son has a better chance of drowning, 3 times better chance of drowning, and lightning strike. What is wrong with these people? Honestly. But here's the point I'm getting ready to make, because I couldn't help but throw that in there, because it's so absurd. The media is killing our country with lies. And like I told you when I very started this, as long as there's a free bone in my body, I'm going to speak up. Listen to this. This is outrageous. This is NBC News. This is what they said. This is what they're promoting. This is what the media is doing. Listen to this.
Chesky, NBC News.
A new terror alert has been issued by Homeland Security tonight. Pete Williams is here. Pete, what do we know about this?
Well, DHS says this new terrorism advisory is not based on any actual threats or plots, but it says there's a rise in anti-government rhetoric. Some of it is opposition to COVID public health rules like mask and vaccine measures. Some calls for violent action are based on claims of election fraud or a belief that Donald Trump can be reinstated. And DHS says the coming 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks and religious holidays later this year could be catalysts for violence. The last terror advisory was issued in May. It expired today. This new one says domestic extremism remains
a terrorism advisory. My friends, a terrorism advisory put out against Americans. You know, I don't believe that Trump's going to be reinstated. I'm sorry to make people think. I don't know. Maybe a lawsuit at the Supreme Court level. I don't know. But we are free men and women, and for us to speak up about our concerns about a sickness or our concerns about the election, especially the election, because state legislatures need to act. They need to do things. So for them to suggest, for our government to suggest that there's a terror threat that needs to be issued, this should scare the shit out of everybody. And I'm dead serious. Opposition to COVID measures. If you have opposition, it sounds like Facebook. Number 2, claims of election fraud. Belief Trump can be reinstated. Well, we should all be concerned about election fraud, Democrat or Republican. We should analyze it, review it, forensic audit it. There's nothing wrong. That's very American. Audits, remember Enron? Audits are very American. We audit a lot of things. So people are peacefully asking for audits. No one I know is suggesting violence or promoting violence. They want audits, not violence. Opposition to COVID measures. That's a potential terror threat. Are you kidding me? Are doctors not allowed to say what the science is and from their vantage point? And the third one, this is one that gets me. 9/11 anniversary. Our own government is telling us 9/11 anniversary is supposed to be a, like you post a picture of the Twin Tower, the towers in Manhattan, that's an indication that we got a live one here. What the hell is going on? And then the one that gets me the most. This is awful. This is awful, America. Religious holidays. This is the bullet point that NBC News is telling America that we need to be on the lookout for. This is disgusting. I don't want to live in this America. This is awful. If this is what they want to do, they want to try to pit Americans against America over Christmas, over Thanksgiving. You guys are insane. 9/11 anniversary. Whoa, we got a live one here. Because of religious holidays. Look, I've been politically active. I'm a political operative. I'm a consultant, an advisor, various things politically. Peaceful. I've always had peaceful intentions. Everyone in our circle, everyone I know, there's no one that is affiliated with me that's anything other than peaceful. But the idea that they could use these bullet points to suggest that we're not Americans anymore, this is un-American. These people have lost, this is from the Department of Homeland Security. I mentioned in a video a couple days ago, you use it or lose it. My mother was a nurse as an RN. She was a nurse at the nursing home. And she'd always come home and say, well, you use it or lose it because the people, the old people, the very old people in the nursing home, if they didn't use their arms and their legs, they would amputate them. And what I told you the other day in a video, you use it or lose it. If you don't use your free speech, if you don't use your right to protest under the First Amendment, you will lose it forever. My friends, this is all we need to know. I'll put a photocopy of this in the comment section. They've lost their minds. They have lost their minds, and we need to show up. We need to protest peacefully, and we need to show our dissatisfaction. And here's the real last thought. Here's the last thought on this. This wouldn't be happening if our Republican senators and our Republican House members were 100% united behind freedom and against this stuff. Forward this to your U.S. House member and U.S. Senator, because this is outrageous. God bless America. Like our page, and I'll see you next time. Bob Crowdy, sign off with Trump People's Grassroots Campaign Network.